Hey everyone, so I thought I would do a book haul video. So when I went to Lincoln a couple of months ago, I say a couple of months, a month or so, I bought all of these books. So I just thought I'd go through them and just show you what I've got, just because with it being 2016 I am trying to attempt the Goodreads reading challenge again. Last year I tried for 50 books and I managed about 30, so this year I've gone for 35. Just pushed it a bit. I read loads in Spain, but then when I came back home I wasn't travelling as much on public transport, so I lost my reading time. I was spending around 2 hours a day reading at least in Spain. I came home and I've been reading about maybe half an hour a day. So I thought I'd buy some more books, because obviously everybody needs more books when you've got about 50 books left to read anyway. And I went to Waterstones, and that is never a good idea, just because they always have like the buy one get one half price offer on. It's the same as WH Smith's, and I end up spending too much money. And as you can tell, that's quite a few books that I've bought, so I've just thought I'd go through them now. So the first one I bought was Am Malala. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, which is stupid. I wanted to read this just because I'd read the Yeonmi Park book about the North Korea defector, and I just thought I'd try and read some more biographies, autobiographies sort of thing, about political things that have been happening, just try and broaden my reading horizon. I do normally just read like science fiction, fantasy or history or young adult literature, and you'll probably see that with the rest of the books I bought, so I thought I'd buy something else that was a bit different, just to give me a bit more breadth of scope and change my ideals slightly. I have already read this one and I did really enjoy it, so I think I may be doing a blog post about this in the future. Okay, so the second book I bought was Dream a Little Christmas Dream by Giovanna Fletcher. I read her Billy and Me book a couple of years ago and I really liked it, and I'd not bought any of her other books, so when I went into Waterstones I pretty much just bought all of them. It was £2, it's quite a small book, I think there's only about 50 pages. 85, a bit more than 50. So I was going to read this over Christmas and obviously I didn't, so I'm going to read this next when I finish my book that I'm currently reading, which is over on my Goodreads account, which I'll leave a link to below if you do want to become friends on Goodreads and see what books we are reading. We can recommend some, try and change, try and read different books. That's what I'm trying for 2016, just to read different books. The next one I got was Christmas with Billy and Me. So again, another Giovanna Fletcher. Really enjoy the main book and story behind this, so I thought if I get this one then I can just read a little bit extra and just see a little bit more of Billy and Sophie and see if how their Christmas goes. The next book I bought reflects a side of my reading that I normally do, and that is The Last Kingdom by Bernard Cornwell. Yeah, I had to read that because I forgot how you pronounce his name and what it was spelled like. A couple of years ago I bought The Pale Horseman, which is the second one in this series, so I thought I needed the first one before I could read it. So I had a book around for 2 years that I've not been able to read because I'd not got the first one in the series. So now I've got this, I can read that one and hopefully any more that are in the series, and just try and read something different. It's a historical fiction, but it's about Vikings, I believe. I think it's like sort of the Viking era, where normally I read medieval era history, so just like the Plantagenets and stuff, so I just thought something a little bit different that I can get into grips with, and just try and expand the area that I'm reading. I know it's still historical fiction, but it's just a little bit different. Okay, so the next one I bought is Miranda Dickinson, A Parcel for Anna Brown. I've never heard of this author, but I read the blurb and it sounded quite interesting, so again, just going with that, I'm just trying different books. I think I may have thought it was a different author, but just looking at it now, I think I picked up the wrong book. I don't really mind, just because I enjoy reading new authors, but I didn't realise I'd got this one, so that'll be a surprise to read. I'm not really sure. Not really sure about this, just because I've never read this. I'm not sure on the writing style or what sort of book it will be, but I'm hoping it's a good one. Obviously I got it on the buy one get one half price, so if it does turn out that I didn't like it, it's not too bad. And the last book that I bought was Dream a Little Dream by Giovanna Fletcher. Yep, see, I've just gone for like the entire collection. There's just one book I need now, and I think it's called You're the One That I Want. Yes, it's on the back of this one. That one. That's the one that I want. Ironically. It's the only one that I've not got out of all the books that she's written, so I'm going to try and read these ones, and then hopefully when I've got a bit of extra cash I can just go and buy it, and then I've got my own little sort of back collection of that. And I just like having all of the books by one author. I just have this weird sort of need to have all of the books by one author. I don't understand why. I think it's probably because I just like to see all the books lined up on a shelf with the names all going in order, like my own little library. I think that's the issue. So I've got quite a collection to go through over the next couple of weeks or so, and I still have around 50 books in my already to be read pile that I'd bought and I've not read. So hopefully this year I'll be able to get through quite a few of those and knock that pile down, and hopefully be able to find somewhere to keep my books, because I'm kind of running out of space to put them. I've got so many books all over the place and there's no room for them. So like I said before, I'll leave a link to my Goodreads account down below, so if you want to see what I'm reading this year you can see that, and also we can suggest books to each other. If you want to leave a comment saying what sort of books you enjoy or what books you've been reading that you really enjoy, then leave one down below. It's great to hear what other people are reading, and also to give me some sort of inspiration of what different books I should buy. If you also want to follow me on all of my social media, there's links to all of them down below as always. And if you liked this video, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to see more of my videos. Bye!